everyone. It's your one and only Dr. Andrew Michaels, the character I play on Tiar de Juelo, right? Is that how you say it? De Juelo? I can't even say my own channel name. And this is my new friend,
Jared Myers.
And Jared Myers has a channel called?
It's called Raw Fires.
Yes. And he started making really extreme scarecrow masks out of burlap and some latex, I think, basically.
Yeah. So
okay, go ahead.
I managed to kind of bypass the normal, actually making molds and spending a lot of time and money to make them. So it's almost a simple, easy way for people to go ahead and make them for themselves, or it also makes it so I can make every single mask a little bit different.
A little more unique.
Yeah, which I think is...
Now, we won't lie. I already tested this, and this is an average mask. Like, this is one you use your model head for.
Yeah. This would actually fit my head.
And believe it or not, it fits the Great Pumpkin, too. Okay? I wore my Halloween shirt. But I'm going to show you that it fits both of us. Probably a little looser on him. But this will just kind of give you an idea. And I guess I look scary in it. There's my chin. Now, my ear got caught. I got it loose. And now, just picture this. We're going to probably add a few shots from his full costume. I can see perfect out of here.
Nice.
I can see perfectly out of the eye holes. And I can talk. I have full range of my jaw where I can talk and speak pretty eloquently. I don't know how. Can you hear me over there? Okay.
Yeah.
And supposedly I look very creepy. Now, like I said, we'll add in some nice still pictures of him in the full costume wearing this style mask. But you can see that it fits very easy. And I don't feel hot in it. Like,
That's
it's
good.
kind of hot, a hot, humid day, and I feel very comfortable in this. I'm sure after 15, 20 minutes I wouldn't, but it's pretty comfortable. And it's just a burlap bag. Do you want to explain it while I have it on?
So, so this one is actually one burlap bag that I just went ahead and put it on my thing that I have set up to go ahead and mold on, and it's just a combination of caulking and burlap bag, and then I paint it afterwards. So very nice.
Yeah, and it feels really comfortable. I don't have a problem with it whatsoever. And I am kind of careful about masks that I use, and this is very comfortable.
Cool. Nice.
And I'm surprised at the amount of vision I had.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like there's eye holes in it at all.
Yeah.
Even at close up. Well, you can tell, but...
Yeah. Well, that's the one thing I wanted. I wanted to try one that didn't have, I didn't have to cut holes. So I went ahead and made it so the adhesive is actually not around the eye area, so that you can see without cutting a hole in the burlap. So. And
the important thing to remember about these Halloween masks, I know a lot of guys that watch my videos like to do scary stuff. Jared's always going to make one a little more unique than the next. They're not going to be the same. So if you like this or some of his other designs, you can have him modify it a little bit, and it's not that big a deal. And he can even send you drawings ahead of time, right, to kind of flesh out what your vision is.
Yeah.
And this, of course, is a scarecrow visage, but if you wanted it more nature priest, or we're talking like minotaurs, minotaur would be incredible. And what were some of the other ideas we had? Nature priest, I forget what else we were talking about, like an abominable snowman, or maybe a Bigfoot, something crazy like that. He could do a lot of things with it. So I really enjoy that. So, and he takes it one step further. Now, he usually wears a jean or denim coat with it, as you see in the JPEGs that we're showing, the pictures. But he takes it one step further and does these gloves. Now, real quick, the mask runs about what?
165 is what I usually run on the masks.
Okay.
So.
And like $10 postage or something. He has an Etsy site, which we'll put a link to it. Now, I can't fit into these because I have these big gorilla meat hooks here. And I'd say I'm a little above average height at 6'4", and he's probably about average height, And so you can imagine that he would have to take some measurements, which we're going to do next. But these gloves run about...
They're $45.
$45.
Yeah.
Now, $45 for a pair of gloves for a costume sounds high, but when you think about it, How many hours do we have involved to kind of get this look and this texture?
Probably 4.
4 hours?
Yeah.
And from an ASM artist point of view, if you want him to do these unique style gloves, even in your own idea, the sounds I can generate with these, and I won't do it here to dance. What happened?
Got some rice.
Oh, that's rice?
Yeah.
To dry them out?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's actually part of the process that I came up with.
Oh, cool.
Instead of using like a hard form, I went ahead and filled the gloves with rice.
Oh, cool.
And that would actually suck out the moisture so it would cure faster.
Oh, okay.
And also give me a flexible thing so I can wrap them as I go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I forget where I was going to go with this. What was I going to say? I was going to say that what I like about them is you wouldn't believe the sounds you can generate with this kind of a burlap rubber material. It's kind of hard here because my camera's kind of far away, but I'm telling you, this is going to be very innovative once I get a pair of these done. It's going to be a lot of fun for my channel.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, I'm very excited. We can do a lot of horror, scary Halloween videos with this type of material.
Nice.
So I do enjoy that. Okay,
Very cool.
the next thing we're going to do is he's going to show how he would measure my head or neck or what, I don't even know how he would measure in my hands, to kind of get a quick idea. If you're at home, you want to order something from Jared, how would I measure my own hands with a tape measure to get him on the right track? So I'm going to sit back a little bit just so it's more comfortable. And we'll do my hand first.
Definitely. So for the hand, you just want to get an overall length. So we're going to say 8 inches to the bottom of his thumb, basically.
Meat hook.
Yeah. right where his wrist is.
Yeah.
So that gives me a good idea of how long the gloves need to be. So we're going to say 8.5.
All right. And he's writing them down over here. Could you turn the camera just? No, it doesn't matter. He's just writing on a notepad.
And then, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and just measure around his whole hand just to kind of get an idea of the volume that we might be looking at. And you can, by doing this, you'll be able to maybe put more rice into your glove or less and make it puffier or smaller to make sure you have more or less room. So I'm going to go with 10.5.
Now, just off the top of my head, I used to work in construction trades.
Yeah.
And did you ever see welding gloves?
Yes.
I think welding gloves, I have a pair at home. I think welding gloves would look incredible because they come down to about here.
Yeah.
So you could do a lot of, different looks for different characters and stuff like that. Okay.
Did you want to go with a longer glove?
I don't know. I kind of like those because I could wear a jacket with
Okay.
them, But I have maybe like other ideas.
Okay.
Okay. I love the sound of the rain too, by the way.
That's awesome.
No, it is. This adds a lot to the video. Okay, so now we're going to measure the Great Pumpkin.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am. I'm going to hold still and let the master work.
All right, so I already made a video about how to measure your head, so I might go a little bit out of order from that one, but we're gonna go ahead and start with your neck.
Okay.
All right. So just like you would measure for a tie. Sorry.
That's okay.
It's very often.
No, it's okay.
So we're gonna go with 20.
All right. That's a big neck.
And then I'm going to go ahead and measure just kind of the crown of the head, so right around here.
Okay.
So this is kind of where, your baseball hat or whatever hat would fit. I'm going to say 24.
All right.
I'm being a little bit liberal. I'm adding just a little bit. I'm rounding up.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that...
I actually tried measuring my head, and that's what I came up with. 24 yesterday, just for curiosity. And I was surprised. Now, I will tell you, I felt comfortable. That didn't feel tight inside that mask that he had me try on.
Yeah.
I'm used to masks being tight because of my size. That felt comfortable. Like, that's probably one of the nicest fitted. It fit well.
Okay.
So I was surprised. I'm not saying that's good or bad for other people's body shape, but it was good for me. Okay?
All right, so now I'm going to measure around his face and his nose. Actually, his head and his nose at the same time. So I put it at the farthest point of your nose and wrap it. This is gonna feel weird.
That's okay.
Around the back of your head. Oh, okay.
That's all right. All right,
Yeah, if
where you
just
want?
hold
Right
it,
there on the
that'd be
tip of
great.
the
Yep.
schnoz.
Perfect.
Don't push in.
No, I'm not pushing.
26 and a half.
Okay. Very good. It's a lot of fun. Now there is one reason I'm getting measurements. Well, I'll tell you after this. Oh, there's.
No, go ahead. Go
Well, I
ahead.
was going to say I plan on wearing the mask for like a half hour, 45-minute, hour-long video. If I screw up, I might have to leave it on and do a second take. So the mask has to really fit, in my case, or in the person who's going to wear it for video work. It has to be comfortable, fit right, or it's going to probably wear me out. Like my
Right.
jaw would wear out, or, you know. So we've talked about it, and I really think that we're doing the right thing here. So, okay.
All right, so now I'm going to get kind of an overall profile. So I'm going to go from the back of his head all the way up the top, around his nose and around his mouth and down to his neck.
Okay.
So this one I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start down here. And as I go, I'm going to go ahead and keep my hands with it. And I can let the other side of the measurement go. So this is just going to give me another way
No?
to check how my mask will fit. All right, 28 and a half.
In case it shrinks or... Have you noticed that there's shrinkage on this when you do it, or does the burlap bag pretty much hold its shape?
It does pretty good. A pair of gloves that I've had for a few years have shrunk a little bit.
Okay.
So, because it was a little harder to get on than usual.
And he has the most wonderful little dog. I don't know if they'll let me pick him up. I'd show everybody. He's cute. Little Springer Spaniel or Cocker Spaniel?
Cocker Spaniel, yeah.
Yeah, he's a good looking guy. Our dog's the same size, but Patrick's a beagle, so he's bigger.
All right,
Okay.
so trying to think if there's any other ones that I typically do. That. Oh, you know what? I do one more around
Alright.
the chin. So go ahead and hold it at your chin again.
All right.
Perfect. Like I said, I get different measurements, just to make sure when I'm filling out my armature that I'm going to get close to the correct size and shape. So we're going to go 30.
All right. Now, like I said, I'm about 6'3", 6'4". I'm not on the extreme size, but I am taller for the average. So are those measurements
Yeah.
consistent to what you've seen before? Or?
No,
Okay.
they're much larger.
Okay. So that does give you an idea if you fit into that height range. You can kind of judge where you think you might fall.
Yeah.
So
So I mean, if you're 5'11", pretty average, then you know I have measurements that are already pretty close.
Yeah.
But if you're reaching up into the 6 foot,
yeah.
I don't know, sky area.
I don't think of myself as that tall, but it feels like it when you're putting on gloves or clothes. It
Yeah.
really makes a difference. So, okay, so that's it for the measurements, or
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
so that was all. I'm gonna sit back up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was all pretty easy. Now, this is for not top secret, but we're always top secret when we do video work for our channels. And this collaboration between Jared and I is for a new character for my channel. And he's gracious enough to make it custom for me, but he does that for everyone.
Right.
So it's how involved you want to be. He does have some of these on Etsy, and you can just buy them as is, basically. And they would probably fit, like we said, the average person, and wouldn't be any problem. And the gloves, I think, would definitely fit most people. But in my case, I want to get a little more custom built because I plan on wearing it and using the character for a storyline. It's probably going to be quite extensive. So, you know, I wanted, it's worth the fit. And
You're going to tell us about that, right?
the Scarecrow character? Well, there's not much to tell because I haven't even made it up yet. That's how I work. Believe it or not, this is a secret. We'll do this for this video. I just sit down, and I'm not joking. The first time I tried the mask on, the people that were here all said, "You're kind of intimidating, scary looking there," which surprised me because he wears them not all the time, but he has to model them and
Well, I think that's the thing, because like I wear them, I don't see them on people.
See them.
So that was kind of the first time I got to
So
see that.
I feel very comfortable that I'm going to project a character personality, and I've always been confident or comfortable with being more improvisational with my characters and storylines. I'll put the mask on, and when the time comes, I hope the voice just comes out. I was focused as myself, so I didn't use that voice, but I almost can feel that when I put that on and look at myself in the mirror, which I haven't done yet, it's going to come right out, whatever that is. And yeah, so I don't know if you saw my Faith Healer character, but that was, I put it on and that's what came out.
Nice.
Now some people say my mannerisms are exactly the same in all my character videos, so I try to mix those up, but the voice and the personality is just, it's just something that happens. So I'm very excited about it. And of course the Scarecrow is going to be a male warlock that's going to try to destroy a friendly, good nature coven of nature priests and nature, like witches per se, in a modern setting in Salem, Ohio, not Salem, Massachusetts, because we're from Ohio. So it'll be more exciting, I think.
Nice.
So a modern telling of the Salem witch trials, but in where we live, not in the past in Massachusetts. So it should be a fun storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Sounds
excited
good.
about it. So if any of you are interested, like we said, he would like to try and tackle the Minotaur sometime.
Yeah.
Now that might cost a
Yeah.
little more because that's going to have horns
Yeah,
and
it's going to be a little more.
yeah, a little
it's
more
gonna take
complex.
more to do for sure.
Now the one I'm asking, even I'm not sure, but I think it's going to be the same price range or close.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it'll be very similar.
Because I'm not going to ask for like horns that would be an additional cost. We did say like a nature priest. Maybe you'd want like some. You could do like a nature priest one with wood, like petrified wood maybe, and some leaves on it. That would cost a little more. That, you know, to add an appliance to the mask.
Right.
And you can also do it yourself. Like if you had an amulet or something you wanted to add, the
Mhm.
person could do that post at their own expense.
Sure.
So keep that in mind, and if you want an opportunity, we're going to have the links below, and you can hook up with Jared, and he's real easy to talk to. On I don't know what links we're going to put on the video,
Yeah.
but you use your Facebook link or
Facebook is, yeah, I mean.
Oh. Well, he has the
mostly-
Etsy link
Yeah.
and the YouTube link,
yeah.
so you guys can contact them there. And like I said, he's real easy to get a hold of and message back and forth to get your designs done. Did you want to say something?
No, I mean,
Okay.
I think you covered most of it.
Okay. And like I said, I am paying full price for these, and the reason I'm saying that, it's well worth it for the custom work that I'm going to get. And I'm very happy that, okay, I need some custom things done because of my size and shape. Basically, I'm paying the same price because the craftsmanship's the same. It's just a little bigger gloves, a little bigger mask. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So that's really, really nice. Okay, Jared, it was great working
Awesome.
with you.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
I can't wait to get this on my channel and your channel. We're over here. Let's say
Oh,
hi,
yeah, hey.
long shot. And it was nice meeting you, and I
Yeah.
can't wait to see where we go with this.
Yeah, this will be great.
Okay. Oh, by the way, how long is it going to take to get done? Like
About 6 years.
6 years? He's funny. You got me.
I mean, you know, somewhere around there.
Okay, 6 years.
Yeah.
So it takes 6 years. So
Yeah.
see you in 6 years.
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
Might